Austin McBroom just tried to spin the narrative again, but this time, it's completely unraveling. After Catherine Paiz's Call Her Daddy interview dropped, exposing the dark truth behind their relationship, Austin fired back and instantly made everything worse. He tried to play the "think of the kids" card, saying Catherine shouldn't have gone on the podcast for the sake of their children.
We're expected to be here today to talk to you guys. What I'm going to get ready to talk to you guys about. I never wanted to talk about this for many reasons. I think the biggest reason is to protect the most important people in my life, which is the mother of my kids and my kids.
But people weren't having it. Because, let's be real, if he cared so much about the kids, maybe he shouldn't have cheated in the first place. But that's not all. Catherine didn't hold back for a second on that mic. She spilled exactly when she discovered Austin was cheating. No sugarcoating, no holding back.
Let's talk about the cheating allegations.
When it first started, my heart sank. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then it was like, oh, well, I see him. I'm with him every day. We're co-parenting, we're married, we're business partners. I mean, when is he gonna have time? But it's really interesting. I was telling my mom the other day, I remember when I was 16 years old and I walked into a room where the TV was on and there was, it was that talk show, Tyra Banks. And there was a lady who said, if a man has enough time to go into the bathroom, he has enough time to cheat. And it just stuck with me.
And she shut down his lame excuse that she gave him permission during a rough patch. According to her, that was a flat-out lie. Austin made it seem like their marriage was some open-door policy, and Catherine was not about to let that slide. It gets worse. She also confirmed one of the internet's biggest rumors, the infamous Miami incident. Remember when Cole Kerrigan said Austin hooked up with someone in Miami? Catherine said it's true. She validated that story on air. So all those people who got gaslit by Austin's past denials, turns out they were right all along. But listen to this. Catherine cleared up another rumor, saying they never had nannies involved in his cheating scandals because they didn't even have nannies to begin with. But then she hit everyone with another curveball. Austin did invite another woman to their Staples Center event, and then tried to lie about it. Catherine said she knew it happened because his own family confirmed it to her. Caught, red-handed. Here's where it really explodes. Catherine then dropped a financial bombshell. Hundreds of thousands of dollars would randomly vanish from their joint accounts. She said Austin made huge financial decisions behind her back and she'd find out about it after the money was gone. Imagine waking up and realizing 6 figures just disappeared because your partner went rogue. That's not just toxic, that's dangerous. And we're not done yet.
Where was all the money going?
Yeah, there was moments where, I'd see some money coming out and it was, to pay this, pay that. And it was like, I didn't feel like I was having that that partner, that husband and wife conversation about our finances. And it would be heartbreaking to look at the bank because I was very well aware of what was in there. And it's like, where did that go? Like, what's happening? And it's my father-in-law. He said, Catherine, the house is under foreclosures all over the news. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He goes, well, your loan ended and it's a jumbo loan. No one's going to accept you. You don't have the certificate of occupancy. But I'm like, but I've been paying the mortgage every month for 3 years. Everything, what do I need to do? What do I need to pay? I'll save it. What do we need? There's nothing you can do. It's under foreclosure. It's gone. You have 30 days to move out.
Catherine went on to say she felt like a clown in the circus, playing pretend for YouTube, staging romantic moments for the camera while privately doubting everything. She described doing it all for the brand, for the fans, while quietly falling apart behind the scenes. The pressure to perform, to smile, to post, it all came crashing down.
Yeah, there was moments where I'm thinking like, I don't know, like, you really surprised me, where it's like, and then it was like me kind of having to follow with that like surprise. And then I'm like, I feel like I'm a clown in a circus. You know what I mean?
But then, it took an even darker turn. Catherine revealed that Austin secretly recorded her during one of their private conversations and held on to it for this exact moment, a moment when she might finally speak out. And what does he do? He leaks it, a clip where she's telling him not to post a cheating confession video because she knew it would blow up in his face. She was trying to protect him, but now he's using it to flip the narrative, as if she was always defending him. But here's the kicker. She says this recording wasn't leaked by accident, it was strategic. Catherine believes Austin waited, kept that clip in his back pocket, just in case she ever called him out. And now, here we are. Her book is coming out. Her truth is going public. And suddenly, Austin's secret tape appears online. The timing says everything. And just like that, Austin's entire defense is falling apart. He thought he could gaslight his way through this, that by painting her as emotional or inconsistent, he could win sympathy. But the receipts don't lie, and Catherine's finally showing all of them. From the cheating, to the lies, to the missing money, she's done staying silent. Now fans are waking up. Even people who once defended Austin are turning on him. They're watching the interviews, hearing the facts, and realizing this wasn't just relationship drama. This was manipulation. Repeated. Calculated. Deep. And while Catherine stayed quiet for years, protected the image, and kept the peace for her kids, Austin was out here playing the long game, ready to twist the story when it suited him. And now, he's exposed. There's no script to save him, no vlog to clean this up, no fake apology that'll reset his brand. Because once the curtain gets pulled back and people see who you really are, it's over. He tried to flip the story, but in the end, Austin McBroom just flipped the switch on his own downfall. There's no way back from this, and the world knows it now. Austin McBroom is so desperate to regain control of the narrative after Catherine Paiz's explosive Call Her Daddy interview, and it's honestly laughable. He's now on Snapchat claiming that he plans to make a full response, but get this, he's not going to do it for the sake of his kids. Yep, that's right, he's pretending to care about his kids after cheating on their mother. Let's be clear though, if Austin really cared about the kids, maybe he shouldn't have been out here breaking his marriage with lies and infidelity. But now, apparently, he's too noble to respond to Catherine's interview directly because, wait for it, the kids. But hold up, this whole Snapchat thing is an absolute disaster. He finally posts a video, and guess what? He tries to take accountability, but only in the most half-hearted way possible.
I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for my response to the podcast. And if I'm being honest, I was very close at giving you guys exactly what you wanted. I was getting ready to drop an atomic bomb. You know my little ass ran to Snapchat. I even went as far as getting dressed up and even moving the chair. But I realized that there is nothing in this world, when I say nothing, I mean nothing. Nothing in this world that is worth something affecting my kids. And you guys know me better than anybody. When it comes to my kids, I'm gonna pick them first every time. And so I realized in order for this shit to stop, the best thing for me to do is not respond. Because you guys see what's going on. It would just continue and it would affect my kids, and my kids don't deserve it.
Austin says he takes full responsibility for what happened, but he still won't fully own up to the consequences. Instead, he drops the classic "for the sake of the kids" excuse and keeps shifting blame. And that's not even the worst part. He's sitting there on camera, changing up his vibe every few seconds. 1 minute, he's wearing these big glasses to look like he's deep in thought, but then, out of nowhere, he decides to take them off mid-video. What was that about? Does he think this makes him look more sincere or like he's deep in reflection? Newsflash, it doesn't. But wait for it. Austin tries to make it look like the podcast is what stopped him from being there for his daughter Ella on her birthday. The internet did not buy that excuse for 1 second. People were quick to call him out, saying nothing was stopping him from going over there. The truth? Austin just can't face the music of what he's done. He's all talk, constantly spinning the narrative in his favor while avoiding the real issue. And then, in typical Austin fashion, his Snapchat video just ends, abruptly. The next slide? A whole new tone, a whole new excuse, like nothing happened. That's when the internet had enough. People started reacting, and they weren't having it. One comment perfectly summed it up. I love when people who actually do the wrong thing blame others for exposing it. Let's break it down. This man broke his family for some fleeting pleasure, and now he's acting like the victim? Austin's been out here humiliating Catherine for years, both in public and behind closed doors. And now, suddenly, he's the one who's concerned about anyone else's well-being? Fans went in, calling out his behavior as narcissistic and self-serving. One fan said it perfectly. He's trying to convince himself that he's doing this for his kids, but none of us are buying it. They're seeing through the BS. Austin doesn't care about anyone's well-being but his own. He just wants to control the narrative. The excuses are piling up. And here's the kicker. If anything Catherine said in her interview wasn't true, Austin would have made a video exposing it. He would have jumped at the chance. But instead, he's choosing silence when it comes to the truth. That alone speaks volumes. Now fans are standing behind Catherine. She's not taking his lies anymore, and they love it. Austin was clearly upset when people started grilling him about the Call Her Daddy interview on his live stream. His frustration was visible. He was getting fed up, and it showed. But guess what? His real self is slipping through the cracks. He tried to act like he wasn't judging Catherine. After everything he's put her through? Right. Fans are calling out Austin left and right because he thought he could just shut everyone up with another half-hearted apology. But now, it's not working. The truth is out, and people are seeing through him. Catherine is standing her ground, refusing to be silenced anymore, and fans are rallying behind her. It's clear now. Austin's attempts to manipulate the story have completely backfired. Catherine isn't backing down. She's finally telling her story, and the world is listening. Austin McBroom just can't stop digging himself deeper into a hole after Catherine Paiz's explosive Call Her Daddy interview. But let's be real. His reaction was nothing short of crazy. The guy actually has the audacity to throw shade at Catherine for making money after he's the one who destroyed their family in the first place with his infidelity. Let's break this down. Catherine is just telling her story. She's not revealing anything that hasn't already been floating around for years. The cheating rumors have been out there for a long time, and everyone's known about them. What's shocking is that Catherine is finally talking about it. She's letting people know what went down, and honestly, she's doing nothing more than confirming what everyone already suspected. It's not shocking information, it's just her truth. Austin's reputation was already in the gutter before she even opened her mouth. He can pretend to be upset that Catherine is speaking out, but let's be honest, he's upset because the truth is now officially out there. He can't handle the confirmation of everything people have been speculating about for years. But guess what? It's not Catherine's fault. She's just speaking the truth. But here's where it really gets juicy. Austin's excuse? He says he's not going to judge how anyone makes their money. Are you kidding me? This is coming from the same guy who bought an RV, went absolutely crazy, and posted a bunch of weird Snapchat videos last year, acting like that was totally normal behavior. No one should be taking financial advice or moral lessons from someone like him who has been caught scamming fans and acting out for clout for years. And that backhanded comment about Catherine going on the Call Her Daddy podcast? Please. Austin, you're not in any position to judge how she makes her money. If you hadn't been out here being unfaithful, this wouldn't even be a chapter in her book, but the drama doesn't stop there. Fans have been digging up old footage from the early days of the Ace family. In one video from 8 years ago, Austin admits, with a smile on his face, that he cheated on someone before. Yes, he laughed about it. And get this, his reason for cheating back then. It sounds an awful lot like the same excuses he's giving now. He claims it's all just part of his past, like it's no big deal. But here's the thing, this isn't just a one-time mistake. This is a pattern of behavior. Once a cheater, always a cheater. And the fact that Austin sat there and laughed about it, it just makes everything worse. Fans are outraged, rightfully so. How can someone so casually laugh about something so hurtful? People were disgusted by his attitude. Comments poured in saying things like, "You disgust me." And honestly, it's hard to argue with that. Austin's laughing off his past mistakes like it's all some big joke, when in reality, it's the same thing he's done again. And it's ruining people's lives. How is that funny? He's only making himself look worse with every comment. It's like he can't help himself. After Catherine's interview, he swore he wasn't going to respond. But then, of course, he does. And he responds with a bunch of shady remarks about her. Classic Austin. He says he's not judging her, but we all know that's a total lie. His response was all about shade, all about deflection, and not once did he actually take full responsibility. And let's be real, if Catherine was lying about anything, he'd be the first one to put out a video calling her out. But instead, he's staying silent on the real issues. He'd rather make a half-hearted attempt to control the narrative with more shady behavior than actually own up to his actions. At this point, Austin is completely losing the plot. His reputation is shot. Catherine is out here standing in her truth, refusing to be silenced any longer. And fans? They're fully behind her. They're done letting Austin twist the narrative in his favor. Catherine is telling her story, and there's no stopping her now. Austin, on the other hand, he's only making it worse for himself with every single move he makes. So, what do you think? Is Austin ever going to take full accountability, or is he just going to keep digging his own grave? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video.